So glad that you are here joining us, whether you are joining us live or if you are watching us later on this week. We are so grateful that you've taken the time to feed yourself spiritually and observe and participate in our Sunday service. So thank you for being here. You know, we are so glad that whether you're new or you're returning, we're just glad that you're here. Welcome back. And Namaste is a radically welcoming community. We believe that all paths lead to awakening. And we are here collectively revealing that love is the nature of who we already are. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Love is the nature of who we already are. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Reverend Veronica, and I'm a staff minister here at Namaste. And I want to tell you a little bit about who we are as Namaste, as a community. I want us to all say this together so that we can embody who we are as a community. So let's say this together. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is love, truth, light, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we recognize that we are one. Yes, we are. And you are in for a treat today. The practitioners have taken over the sanctuary, so beware. And so on the fifth Sunday of the month, the practitioners get to put together a service. And when we put this service together, we're always thinking, what do we want the congregation to experience? And I think you're going to be really excited about our service here today. So with that, I'm going to invite Candace up to bring our candle and light the candle for the beginning of our service. Thank you, Candace, for bringing the light. So please join me in our affirmation for the month. Whether you're at home or here in the sanctuary, please, you'll see it on your screen. I am grateful for this life and all that I am. I am peace. I am calm. I am joy. I am a light to the world. I open to the path that is prepared before me to give this great gift that I am. Let us pray. As we enter into this time of sacred and holy communion with the Namaste community, those who serve this service today, and in that holy communion with God, with Spirit, I welcome and open to a grander divine idea of who we are, individually and as a collective, knowing that this path, this spiritual awakening that we are about, is centered in love, peace, joy,
and absolute abundance. So I give thanks for the many, many hands that are here in the sanctuary to bring this service forward. The beautiful musicians, our sound engineer, Terry, our director, of course, Reverend Veronica, our board members, and our beautiful practitioners. I especially give thank you to Carlos and Jackie, who are our presence online today, welcoming in our community. I know that we are here to be love, to be that beautiful expression of spirit in action and in form. So I give thanks for all that is to unfold, knowing it is good and very good, and so it is. Take it away, ladies.
My pleasure. Something about we'll say we love, we really love, we see you, we can't be ourselves while you're here. That's exactly what keeps me coming back. We feel a kind of way, it's something about we say we love, we really love, we see you, we can please be yourself while you're here. That's exactly what keeps me coming back. Namaste, we feel kind of way, it's something about we say we love, we really love, we see you, we can please be yourself while you're here. That's exactly that's exactly that's exactly that's exactly what keeps me coming back.
Wow, that was awesome. If that didn't wake you up, I don't know what will. Hello, my name is Debbie Ann, and I am a member of the Board of Trustees here at Namaste. And first thing I'm going to talk to you about is our mission, and I'm actually going to invite you to read it along with me. So here we go. I learn practical science of mind tools and practice in a loving, connected, and vibrant community to reveal my power and change my life. Absolutely. And our purpose. We awaken to a new truth in our lives. Then we realize how that truth has played out in our lives. We take our new knowledge and we transform our lives. And we repeat this process in our lives in new ways. And our power statements here at Namaste, we are a thriving, dynamic, spiritual community. We are Namaste, and this stuff works. Okay, on to our announcements. Digging deeper. So this Wednesday, coming up at 7 p.m., we are going to have Grace Kellerwan here. She is an Ayurvedic counselor and practitioner, and it's going to be this Wednesday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Reverend Veronica is going to welcome Grace, and she is a practitioner and a yoga teacher to lead us into
that's going to be taught by our own Reverend Bobby Becker. That's coming up. First, I'm going to speak about learning meditation. Okay, this class has started, but there's 3 Mondays remaining, and if you've missed the first, that's perfectly fine. So we're continuing January 31st, that's tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. It's taught by our beloved practitioner, Candace Stein, and this is a great class about using meditation as a practice, whether you've already been meditating or you're just beginning. And we're going to they explore the benefits of meditation for our mind and body. So don't miss that. And then also the class that Reverend Bobby will be teaching is all about love, expanding love, and reducing division. This is a book by Bell Hooks, and it's 4 consecutive Tuesdays starting February 15th. Another great offering. We're going to discuss in this class about what causes a polarized society and how to heal the divisions that cause suffering. All of this information is on our website and also in our newsletter that comes out every week. And then the Safe Place. This is a grief support group. It is on Zoom every 2nd Wednesday p.m. and every 4th Monday a.m. This is facilitated by Candace, a practitioner, and it is an hour-long grief support group. We've created a safe place to support grief from life events, the changes they bring, and to find comfort in community. To receive the Zoom link, or a phone number to join the group, please register on Eventbrite. And now I'm going to actually invite us all to go within and prepare to hear the message from Spirit today, this afternoon.
We are connected by the heart. Where do you end? And where do I start? Anything you pray for, if fear is in your way, I'm here to listen to anything you need to say, 'cause your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel it too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. I hear your worries, they're in your way, but there's nothing I can do to take your pain away. But I'll help you reconnect with that voice inside. Let angels wrap you in their love. Let Spirit be your guide. Well, your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel it too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. 'Cause your prayer is my prayer too. It's my prayer too. prayer too. My prayer too. My prayer too. My prayer too. My prayer too.
And let's just stay in that vibration of my prayer too for a moment. Just continuing in this beautiful tone that has been set by Des and Eve. Just feeling that your prayer is my prayer too. Just allowing that to wash over you as we move into our time of contemplation and meditation. Yes, exhale audibly, let your nervous system be reset. Your prayer is my prayer too. Good afternoon, namaste. Nice to be with you in the virtual realm. And as Reverend Veronica said, whether you're watching us live this minute or you get the benefit of receiving this message later on this week, this year's theme, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Valerie Day. I'm blessed to be a practitioner here in our community. And this year's theme is Living Everyday Wonder. And all month long, we've been talking about wonder and opening the door to wonder and embracing the now and questioning everything. And today, we get to explore proving it. And as we explore the idea of prove it, we want to move into the practice and out of theory. Ernest Holmes says in The Science of Mind on page 1, verses 1 and 2, one of the greatest difficulties in the new order of thought is that we're likely to indulge in too much theory and too little practice. Have you ever noticed how the hustle and bustle of the holiday season and our cultural celebrations in the West of Christmas and New Year don't actually fit with the season of winter? In wintertime, we're naturally drawn to hibernate. It's a time of darkness and rest. The days are shorter. It's a time to pause and reflect and rejuvenate. Does anyone relate to that struggle between rest and hibernate and celebrating and feeling a little disconnected? Well, many other cultures actually celebrate New Year in the spring, which is a little bit more congruent and in harmony with the seasons. Honoring the seasons, and for me, the cycles of the moon through ritual is definitely a form of spiritual practice that I appreciate. Winter is the season of darkness, with the days being shorter, a time where our bodies want to slow down, and there's a deep richness in honoring that. In this time of darkness, it's about being and not doing. There's still a doingness, but it's about being in the quiet and allowing the divine wisdom to come through. So for those of you that are doers, being still and quiet is still an act of doing. It is the space and place of allowing that which is a higher state of being. One of the things we do in our community is go into spiritual practice. We meditate, we get quiet, and we see what seeds we're planting or what seeds we want to plant. A lot of times we live from up here. I'm definitely guilty of that. You know, we get stuck in our stories and that we're telling, and really spiritual practice allows us to circumvent that. So today, I'd like us to just take a moment to get quiet and listen. Listen to what you really want. So this is the time to just take that energy that Des and Eve created for us. Your prayer is my prayer too. And go back into the stillness. I just invite you to close your eyes if you're in a place and space that you can. If not, you can just bring your attention inward. Getting quiet so you can hear that still small voice where the divine wisdom comes through. And let us ask, what seeds do you want to plant today? And let's just listen. Is your life unfolding how you want it to? If not, what do you want to do about that? What do you want for yourself for this season of winter, for this year of wonder? What do you want for yourself for this year of wonder? What wonder is knocking at your door? How do you want to germinate the seeds you're planting today? Just listening and allowing your higher wisdom self to inform you. What light is being called forth in this time of darkness? What wonder is knocking at your door? As our meditation time comes to an end, think about what you want and what is a word or feeling that encompasses that desire. What is a feeling that encompasses that desire? What is the feeling that you want to experience this year? What do you want it to feel like? Perhaps that's peace, or joy, or love, or connection. What is the feeling that you're being called to? What word does that feeling tone express? By picking a feeling, not the form, or holding space for the highest and best to emerge. So just take a moment more, and when that feeling word comes, I invite you to write your word down and put it someplace where you can see it every day. And when you feel complete, you can open your eyes and come out of our time of contemplation and meditation. Thank you for being with me today. Peace and blessings.
good day is in me to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. I can feel the sun on my skin. It's beginning to thaw from within. To live. This morning has as clear a light as any to see the horizons not far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they're all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, and all that ever was is erased. Oh, today, not tomorrow. There's no time tomorrow. Today, I know something's gotta give, but today is a good day to live. So live. I can feel the sun on my skin, and I'm beginning to thaw from within. Oh, but today and not tomorrow, there's no to live.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was so beautiful, Eve and Des, for that beautiful song. So yes, so beautifully said, Valerie, about the time of darkness and sowing the seeds. And, you know, when we are planting seeds, we have to remember that we need to have good soil in order for the seeds to grow. And it reminded me of the parable of the sower. And I love this story. It's in Matthew 13. Because Jesus tells, and I'm really paraphrasing here, okay? So Jesus tells a farmer Jesus tells us of a farmer who goes to sow some seeds. And the farmer indiscriminately just tosses the seeds, and some of them will land on the ground where there's no soil. Some of the seeds will land on the ground where there's rocks and very shallow soil. And as he's throwing the seeds, some of them land where there's lots of weeds and thorns. And then a few of the seeds will land where there's actually soil. And the parable goes on to say that when the wind blows, the seeds that landed on like the sidewalk, if you will, where there's no soil, those seeds would just blow away and nothing would grow. And then the seeds that were planted where there are weeds and thorns, the weeds and the thorns would just choke anything that attempted to grow up from the soil. And then if there was rocky ground with very shallow soil, there's no way for the plant to grow roots deep enough for a plant to flourish. So it's really important that we look at the soil in which we are planting our seeds. It's similar if you think about our teaching symbol. Our teaching symbol, the 3 layers of our teaching symbol, the spirit, soul, and body, and in simpler terms, seed, soil, plant. We go back to our basics of seed, soil, plant. And so we're here today to look at the soil of our consciousness, and so that we can weed out the weeds or the rocks and till the soil of our consciousness and prepare it for the seeds that we do want to plant. And so with that, I want to pass it on to my partner here, Chuck, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about sowing the seeds in our soil. Thank you.
I'd like to share a few thoughts on the manifestation or the outpicturing of a intention that we may have given some consideration to, especially at the beginning of this year. We are starting a new year. It's only a month old, and we have the opportunity to set an intention and have it come into fruition. Now, like the sower, the story of the sower in the Bible, farmers throughout the centuries have planted seeds in the ground, expecting to have the comparable crop be produced from the seeds that they're planting. 2 things come to mind. One is that when they make a choice of what they want to put in the ground, insofar as what they want to experience as a crop from the ground. If they plant corn seed, they certainly don't expect to have wheat, but they do expect to have corn. And a farmer has to plant the seed in faith, because faith supports the outpicturing of the seed. The same holds true for us. When we plant our seeds in the cosmic soil of spirit or in mind, we're planting those seeds with a faith and trust that whatever the seed, the intention that we desire to experience, will be coming forth from the seeds that we plant in that soil, in that cosmic soil of spirit. So the first thing I think we need to take into consideration is, what do we really want to experience? Therefore, what intention do we want to plant? The second thing is to take into consideration the weeding of our of our plants, like if we have a garden and we plant seeds in our garden, Well, we have to weed that garden from time to time in order to avoid weeds coming into play that will choke out the young seedlings as they come through the earth. So that is in regards to setting an intention and having it come into manifestation. We need to be vigilant on any negativity such as doubt or fear or worry about the outpicturing of the intention that we have put in the soil, in the cosmic soil of spirit. So I think hand in hand, we do have the opportunity to birth forth this year an intention through daily practice, spiritual practices, which I believe our next practitioners will share with us. So I'd like to invite Candace and Jesse up to share their thoughts on this.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck. That was awesome, Reverend Veronica and Chuck, and talking about the cosmic soil and what we can do with that cosmic soil. And there are several basic practices that we have of study, meditation, prayer, and service. And Candace, I know that you've been studying science of mind for over 20 years now, and I was wondering, when you got started, what was the practice that you turned to that first?
Thanks, Jesse. Yes, you know, I came across Namaste at a time in my life. We were looking for a church home, and I was really questioning, you know, what is life all about? And landed at Namaste, and I was really hungry for an expansion of my understanding of life. So I began right away going into study. I took lots and lots of classes and just, you know, really got into understanding myself better. And it was amazing to grow my understanding that, you know, really God is everywhere, everywhere. So that was one of the primary things that got me started. How about you, Jesse? What is some of the spiritual practices that you find yourself going most to?
Well, like you, Candace, I really started with study, with books and taking classes, and that evolved into meditation. And for me, meditation just started out with, you know, maybe a few minutes, 5 minutes at a time, and just focusing on my breath. And as I've deepened my practice, and I've become more spirit-centered, that has become a foundation for me. So I don't even leave the house for the day without having done a meditation and done some of my prayer work. But it's like just preparing myself for the day before I go out in the world is to do that work and to sit and meditate.
Lovely. And for anyone who wants to begin or deepen in their practice of meditation, join us Monday night at 6:30. That was an easy segue.
And who's teaching that class? Candace?
I am.
So Candace and I also, and all of the practitioners at Namaste, would like to offer a 21-day opportunity to you all. So
Yes,
Candace?
it's, you know, I said, you know, that word challenge is a bit abrasive. So Jesse said, it's an opportunity. So why 21 days? 21 days is what it takes to build a new habit. And we mentioned the 4 spiritual practices that anchor this particular teaching. There are others, but just to recap, prayer, meditation, study, and service. Ah, near and dear to my heart. So for these next 21 days, we invite you to step into a spiritual practice. If you can't choose one, that's okay. What did we decide? They could.
You can choose any one of those spiritual practices, and do it with intention every day.
Yes, do it with intention. We invite you also, Valerie mentioned the power of writing something down, how you want to feel for this year. Write down maybe what spiritual practice you've enjoyed that day, and then place that in a jar where it's visible to you every day. And that's a way for you to anchor in and really appreciate your commitment and that you followed through on that commitment.
And if you're not ambitious enough to put things in a jar, find a calendar and mark it off on the calendar, or maybe jot it down in your journal, but just find a way to honor that you did that practice every day.
Yeah, so that is our opportunity for all of us as we begin this year to welcome in spiritual practice in a new way, in a deeper way, and perhaps to also connect with the other members of the community as we all join together in this practice.
Join in that cosmic mind as we till the soil together, the
Yes.
cosmic soil.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Candace.
So everyone, this is our time of affirmative prayer in the service where we collectively go within, giving thanks for the message, whatever message it was that Spirit had for us this day. We give thanks for that. I recognize that Spirit is indeed the all. There is nothing outside of God. That we live and move and have our beings in this one life, this one eternal givingness that is God. So whether we journey forth this day inspired to go into meditation daily, to study, to expand our relationship with God in whatever way feels right to us, what I know and we affirm here collectively is that this is a place that encourages and welcomes your deepest connection to Spirit. So I know that there is a law, the law of creation, that has already said yes to this prayer, yes to whatever it is your heart's desire. As Chuck mentioned, what is it that you want to be this year? As Valerie asked, what is it that you want your experience to be, that feeling? Know that the law of creation has already said, yes, my beloved, yes. And so I give thanks for this. I release this prayer into the action of the law of creation. I know it is already done, and so it is. Amen. Ladies, we turn it over to you.
Can't escape disappointment, can't avoid the delay, but I don't have to make being down and defeated the place that I stay. Gonna rise to the moment, gonna speak to the waves, keep us in black with the doubt that keeps dragging me down, find a way. Don't need to see it, to believe it, by faith. Before you even know, we'll make a way. I stand in faith, by faith, walk by faith. I believe, I believe, I believe. I stand in faith, see by faith. looking for change, to see miracles happen, and no one can follow them but happen in vain. And it's more than a feeling, 'cause it's anchored in grace. It's with the darkest, it reaches the farthest and opens the way. Don't need to see it to believe it, before you even move or make a way. Just live in faith, stand in faith, walk in faith. I believe, I believe, I believe, I stand in faith, see by faith, see by faith. I believe, I believe, I believe, I stand in faith, live by faith, walk in faith. I believe, I believe, I believe, I stand in faith, see by faith, receive by faith. I believe, I believe, I believe. This is how blind men get their sight. This is how dead men start to rise. This is how small things multiply. Nothing's impossible, nothing's impossible. There are no times apart. This is where light cuts through the dark. This is where I see who you are. Nothing's impossible, nothing's impossible. Stand in faith, walk by faith, live by faith. I believe, I believe, I believe, I stand in faith, walk by faith, see by faith. I believe, I believe, I believe, I stand in faith, see by faith, receive by faith. I believe, I believe, I believe, I stand in faith.
Wow. Amazing, amazing, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Perfect song, right? Stand in faith, and the seeds that we plant in our cosmic soil will come forth, right? And grow. Yes, thank you, thank you. Ah, what a beautiful time together we've had. I feel so blessed to be a part of this service. Practitioners, you did an amazing job. Thank you so much. And for those who, Nikki and Jeff, who are not here, they also participated and contributed in their own way to this service. So we're grateful for their contributions as well. And we're going to move, one more thing. I'm so excited about this 21-day opportunity. Thank you, Jesse. Love it. So, it's just 5 minutes a day. Start with 5 minutes a day. Because you know what we put into the law will come back forth to us. So as we put our time and energy into God and into our spiritual practice, it will blossom and bloom in our life. So I encourage you to participate in our 21-day opportunity and see what spiritual practice can bring into your life. So exciting, exciting. All right. Let's move into our time of giving, knowing that if you want to give through Give Plus, through Venmo, through our website, PayPal, all of the above, you can do so. And we are so grateful for all that our community gives to Namaste, knowing that it keeps Namaste moving and grooving in this community and able to help others in the surrounding communities, helps with our technology. So we are so grateful for giving that we are receiving here at Namaste. Appreciate it very much. So as we take your tithe, whether it's in your hand or in your heart, you can place your hand on your heart and just connect as we bless our tithe. And we're going to bless our tithe in the knowingness that God is our source of supply. And that is all we need to know. That as we give, so shall we receive. That is all we need to know. So it is from this place of sufficiency that I give my tithe today, knowing that it will return to me tenfold in different shapes and forms as my experience, and I am so grateful for this as well. As I give to Namaste, I know that Namaste can give back to the community. And so it is, and so it shall be, and let us say our abundance affirmation together. Okay, let's keep our hand on our heart too, that feels really good. The abundance of all good surrounds me and operates through me. I accept it in faith, God's plenty as mine and of Namaste. I accept it with gratitude and joy and use it with the wisdom as the inlet and outlet that all that God is. I affirm this as true, and so it is, and so it shall be, yes. And as we move into our benediction, I want to do thank yous first before we move into our benediction, because it takes a lot of people, a lot of angels to put our service together. And so I want to thank our musicians, beautiful, yes, Des and Eve, and our sound, Matt. Thank you, Matt, so much. Terry on technology over there, awesome. All of our practitioners that participated and contributed to our service here today, woohoo, good job. And Debbie Ann, our board of trustees, and I think I saw Sean. I know, Sean, you participated today too. And our online welcome team, Jackie and Carlos, thank you out there in the internet land for helping support our congregation during our service. So thank you, everyone. And I also want to thank Reverend Bobby for taking time off. For taking time off. Thank you for taking care of yourself and for leading by example. So yes. All right, let us move into our benediction. I love this part. So we're going to say this with enthusiasm, like it's the first time we've ever said it. And if you're at home, I'd like to invite you to stand up. If you're here in the room, I'm going to invite you to stand up so that we can put our whole body into this and let our cells know that this is who we are, okay? Here we are. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. Life is all that we are. I accept it. I am it. And I share it with all. Just the way it appears. And just the way it appears not. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Thank you, life. Woo! Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Once again, thank you all for joining us in our service here this afternoon. Have a beautiful week.